We're bringing our newsroom to a community near you. CP24 is on the road tonight.
Live from Ability Center in Whitby for a special edition of Live at 5.
Well, the snowfall warning has ended for Toronto, but remains in place for Durham region tonight.
And the parents of a Hamilton boy with autism struck and killed by a city bus are calling on the province to improve school supports for children with special needs.
And hundreds of people blocked University Avenue in front of the U.S. consulate to demand support for protesters in Iran.
This is Live at 5, close to home.
Welcome to a special edition of Live at 5, close to home. We're coming to you live from Ability Center in Whitby.
This is part of a series of newscasts where we visit a community near you. You will see us in your neighborhood, where you work, where you play. A lot of playing going on behind us, and also talking about the issues that matter to you.
Good evening. I'm Bakari Savage.
And I'm Phil Perkins. Welcome to Live at 5, close to home.
Okay, let's start off with this. The town of Whitby was named after the seaport town of Whitby in Yorkshire, England. And the current population? About 140,000 people, and the town is part of the region of Durham.
Now, some interesting facts about Whitby. During World War II, it hosted a top-secret spy training facility.
Okay, but what about this? A swarm of invasive bees closed the downtown stores. That happened in 1965.
That'll ruin your picnic. And Whitby had a downtown night watchman from 1921 to 1949.
But this evening, we're going to be joined by special guests throughout the hour, starting with the mayor of Whitby, Elizabeth Liz Roy. Liz, Mayor, thank you very much for joining us. We really appreciate you coming out in the inclement weather to make this happen.
I have a 4x4 Tacoma truck. I can go anywhere.
Oh, that'll do it.
Okay, well, speaking of, listen, we've gotten a lot of snow so far.
Yeah.
How's Whitby handling the cleanup?
We handle it very well, and I'm going to say our crews that are out there, we react first to our main roads like you see out here, and then we go to our side roads and our sidewalks, and then we have a program for our Windrow program which supports our seniors within the community. But watching what happens with the weather, and we hope CP24 brings us good weather reports, that we work with that and set our crews into action well in advance. And so very pleased with the work they've done so far.
And you know, we are in the Ability Center. It's an all-inclusive place for everybody of all abilities. So how important is it so that, you know, that the city is accessible to everybody, especially when we get, you know, about 10 centimeters of snow in a day?
It's very important. We have a large portion of our seniors within our community, and we know that many individuals require to have the access on our sidewalks, our crossings as well too, and those are priority times, especially with schools. We know with school times, with their bell times, when we need to have the access on our crosswalks as well too.
Okay, so Mayor, I have to ask you, you know, Whitby is one of the top 100 cities around in the area. Lacking a full-service hospital, what's going on with that?
Yeah, so we, as you know, back in 2024, the province did announce that the location for the new hospital will be within Whitby for the region of Durham. We've submitted Lake Ridge Health has submitted their full plan of what the delivery of healthcare services will be throughout the region. That went to the Ministry of Health. I had the opportunity to speak to our Minister of Health back in August, and we on a regular basis meet with Lake Ridge and looking forward to when that final approval comes forward for our hospital to start making their planning and to start doing their fundraising, because you know a hospital's not cheap.
Absolutely not. And so, and that is going to be needed because the population must be going up a considerable amount. A lot of people, young families leaving maybe Toronto and then coming out here. Are you witnessing that?
We are witnessing a lot of that. Our actual average age within Whitby is the age of 39.
Wow.
So you can imagine many of them are starting their families, and we do have a large population of seniors, and that's the need. And my background, as I was for 34 years, a medical radiation therapist as well too. So having had worked within our own local hospital system, had seen the growth prior to becoming the mayor, and knowing with our commitment to growth, we know healthcare is a big part of it, including family physicians. We've been actively working at recruiting family physicians to our community as well.
And Mayor, I have to ask you about Project 1635.
Yes.
Can you explain to people what that is, what it means? It's actually an address, and tell people why that's important.
It's important because it's a shelter. and the shelter has a low barrier facility of beds for 45 individuals. That opened just over 2 years ago, and quite coincidentally, tomorrow there will be a further announcement from the federal government for the expansion of the services for 1635 to bring in transitional housing. So this is housing for those who have been taken off the street and have gone through the 1635 are now able to move into housing. I have to share that within 1635, the average age is probably about 40, 45. We have an 86-year-old man who celebrates his birthday in July who is residing in there as well too. So that's somebody's father, grandfather. And our senior population, within homelessness, we're seeing an increase of that taking place across the region. So it's important for getting people off of our, like in our parks, off the road streets, out of our encampments, and into a place where they can be warm, but also to transition to have some dignity to actually come back into humanity and having a place to live.
Mayor Elizabeth Roy, Mayor of Whitby, I can see how much it means to you. I can see the twinkle in your eye talking about that, and hopefully there's an expansion there, and we'll wait for that announcement from the federal government.
Yeah,
thanks so much.
I'm pretty excited about what's going to happen. Right. I go out with our outreach team. I visit our encampments. And when you approach a woman who's the same age as you, whose son is 20 years of age, who is going off to university, it hits home because that woman, and this is a woman who was within Whitby, she had a career, and unfortunately life brought in some circumstances that were unfortunate for her, and a lot of stories that could be told that we need to start listening more.
Okay, Whitby Mayor Liz Roy, thank you very much.
Thank you. Thanks for your time.
Right now it's 5:06. Let's get a check on the roads, and for that we turn to CP24 traffic specialist Advocacy.
Yeah, Bakari, it looks like the snow is back again. It was a little light, and now it's a little bit heavy. If you're making your way out, that's adding to your slow go. And then we have a couple of problems which are impacting the drive. So we'll start on the northbound of 400. Actually, just watch this problem clear. So northbound 400, we had issues in the collectors through Highway 7. Was the two left lanes blocked to the collision? Just watch the last emergency crew leave the scene. It looks like we are still dealing with problems happening on the 401 westbound. This is in the collectors just through the 410 to 403. Left lane and shoulder blocked with a collision involving a couple of vehicles. And then eastbound on the 401, this is the on-ramp from northbound Victoria Park. They've had to block the ramp. It's pretty slippery and snow-covered, so one of these vehicles ended up sliding and hitting the guardrail. There was another vehicle that slid and then managed to make its way onto the highway. And then if you look in the distance, you can see a conga line of snowplows doing that cleanup work, making for an easier drive for your commute. Southbound on the Don Valley Parkway, we still are dealing with this collision. They're not zoomed in, but it is a collision just on the approach to Richmond that has the right lane blocked. And on the QBW Niagara bound, this is just as you head on the approach to here, Ontario. Left lane blocked with a collision, and also problems that cleared on the 401 westbound. It was the exit ramp to Winston Churchill. It was the right lane that was blocked. Everything there did clear. A reminder, we are still dealing with this ongoing closure in Caledon. Highway 9 is shut down between Highway 50 and Tottenham, and that is for a collision investigation from this morning.
This CP24 traffic report is brought to you by 407 ETR. Enjoy the journey with a stress-free commute.
And the cleanup's underway again around the GTA. This is after the latest snowfall.
Yeah, snowfall warnings from Environment Canada have ended for most of the GTHA, except where we are, Durham region. But there could still be a blowing snow tonight because of these strong winds we're getting. Lake effect snow squalls are expected outside the GTA tonight. Here's a live look from our CN tower cam. Can't see anything.
Lake effect snow is going to continue to play a part in this system. Right now, it's still getting itself together, but certainly as we get into the overnight hours and into the day on Thursday, with winds coming from the west off of Lake Huron and Georgian Bay, again, those traditional snowbelt areas are probably looking at locally heavier amounts. That activity could briefly get into the Toronto area on Thursday as well.
And for more on the snow, let's go live to CP24's Andrew Brennan. Good evening, Andrew.
Good evening, guys. So you decided to be amongst the community and do the silly thing going inside the Ability Center. I'm okay. It's not actually silly. It's a beautiful venue. And I know you guys are having a fun time, but I'm probably going to have more fun during this hour of Live at 5 because I am amongst the community. Banshees? No, I'm amongst the community of tobogganers at Humber Valley Village Junior Middle School's Toboggan Run. And I decided that we already had one race, but we can always have more. So we got Drin, we got Cooper, and we have got Hudson, who are going to race for glory. And wow, that's a big echo. Okay, guys, 3. Wait, the false start. Okay, one more time. 3, 2, 1, go! Is that Cooper with the win? Cooper with the win! Cooper with the victory. And also, no one is hurt because we do not have any talks about liabilities here. Cooper, high five, high five, high five. So I know we just, can you come join me quick a little bit? You guys are also winners in our hearts. Come join us if you want. Come. This is Cooper. And how are you doing?
I'm doing good.
Do you feel the glory? Do you feel victory?
Yeah.
Who do you want to devote this victory to? Who do you want the victory to be awarded to? You dedicated to?
Maybe my mom.
That's a really good answer, by the way. So, Cooper, I know we had Adjoa, our traffic person, talking about all the problems out there, all of the headaches that come with snowfall. Yes. But I think the eyes of a child sometimes can enlighten us a little bit. How do you like snow?
I like it good because days like this, we can go so fast, right? It's just a good day.
I think so. Dren, what do you think? Wait, hold on, that's you.
Yeah, I think it's good.
You know how hard it is to remember all of you guys' names that I just met you? I'm trying my best here. Are you good, Jen? Are you feeling good?
Yeah.
Yeah? How are you feeling?
Good.
All right. Can you say back to you, Bakari and Phil? 1. Okay, actually, just say back to you. It's a lot easier. We don't need to know their names. 1, 2, 3.
Back to you!
Pretty good. Pretty good. They're enjoying it. That's what you got. You got to embrace the winter if you're gonna try to hack it.
Yeah,
here.
but 2 of those kids wiped out. I didn't know if they were getting back up or not.
That's okay. It's all part of growing up. It's all part of growing up. It all builds character. All right. It is 5:11 right now. It feels like -7. You're watching Live at 5, close to home.
And we are live in Whitby tonight for a special edition of Live at 5. And coming up next, we're going to be joined by Durham Regional Police Chief Peter Morera.
And we wanted to see Whitby through our viewers' eyes. Viewers have been sending in their photos from around town. We want to share some of our favorites. Here's some right now. Look at the autumn colors. And we got hockey. Big sports city, this Whitby. And look at that old bus. I'm all about that. And a bunny. That's what Whitby means to them. It's home. CP24 is on the road right now, live from Ability Center in the town of Whitby for a special edition of Live at 5.
And right now we're joined live by Durham Police Chief Peter Morera, here to speak on the changing complexities of crime and the challenges facing the Durham area. Chief Morera, it's such a pleasure to speak with you again. Thanks a lot for joining us. I need to start off with asking you about the officer in Oshawa. How's that officer doing?
The officer continues to recover in the Toronto Area Trauma Center. We've just been overwhelmed by the support of the community reaching out to find out about how our officer's doing, and we want to thank the community for that. We also want to really acknowledge all the police officers from right across this country who have also reached out. It's been heartwarming to see us all come together.
And, you talk about the community, the police community, but also, the town of Whitby. People are very proud to be from here, as they should be. How does that play into police's mission here?
Policing at its core is about partnerships with the community. Places like this bring the community together. This facility that we're in today is really a beacon, a pathway for how the Durham Regional Police needs to grow. This is all about accessibility and inclusivity and community. And you look at the weather outside today, and this place is filled with people who choose to be here and come together. And this is really forming part of what we're trying to build in the Durham Regional Police Service, not just through our facilities, but our partnerships and the way we interact with our communities.
And speaking of the community, Chief, I do have to ask, what are you guys doing new, differently to help protect the community and, using technology?
Yeah, technology continues to change at a rapid pace, and so there's a changing nature of harm, and criminals continue to utilize things like AI and others, and we're heavily invested in development of tools that combat those kinds of crimes. On a more local front here, we've just received approval from Transport Canada, one of the first police services in this country to receive a Be Online site for our drones. While many police services have drones, we are now piloting a drone as a first responder, where the drones are actually actually dispatched and can get on scene within 60 seconds of a 911 call. And we, in early testing of this new initiative, we've seen some great successes, and we continue to work with our communities to inform them of these technologies and how we're bringing it to bear. We're finding efficiencies. We continue to save lives, literally save lives through the deployment of drones, and we see this as a huge opportunity for us to build capacity with really what is a modest investment.
Interesting. I'd love to do a whole other story about that. That sounds
Absolutely.
pretty cool. It's the future of policing. Not RoboCop yet, though.
No, not even close. This is 100% about police officers being engaged in doing what cops do, and every single day. And the human never leaves any of the emerging technologies that exist, whether it's on the investigative side around AI, combating AI, or with drones.
Okay, Durham Regional Chief Peter Marrera, thanks a lot. Our second time, I love it. Thank you very much.
7 more municipalities. Let's go.
Hit them down.
All right, it's 5:17, -2. This is Live at 5, close to home, Whitby.
Coming up, we'll take a look at some of the other stories making headlines today, including a targeted shooting at a Woodbridge neighborhood.
And viewers have been sending in their photos, and the Vintage Whitby Facebook page gave us a look into historic Whitby. We're going to have more from Whitby coming up during this special edition of Live at 5, close to home. And taking a look at some of the other headlines around the area. One person's dead. This is after a crash near Tottenham.
Yeah, it happened on Highway 9 at Mount Wolf Road, just east of Highway 50. The LPP say drivers were involved. One died at the scene and the other escaped with only minor injuries. Highway 9 is closed in the area for the investigation.
And no injuries, but extensive damage after a house fire in Brampton.
Yeah, this one broke out just after noon. Malaspina close near to Mississauga Road and Steeles. Peel police say it appears that the fire started in the basement, but no one was home at the time. The cause still under investigation.
On arrival, crews were met with heavy smoke, not a lot of fire show, and the fire was hidden in the building. They upgraded the call to a second alarm, which brought up over 20 apparatus and 50 personnel. There they started an offensive attack, and now we're in a defensive posture due to there's some structural stability within the building because the fire had extended significantly from the basement to the second floor.
Police say the fire does not appear to be suspicious. And police in York Region are investigating an overnight shooting in Woodbridge.
This happened just before 2 o'clock in the morning in the area of Martin Grove and Andrew Park, which is north of Highway 7. The victim, a 22-year-old man, did suffer non-life-threatening injuries, and police are now searching for the suspect, who's described as a man with pale skin, wearing a balaclava, and last seen driving a dark-colored Porsche SUV.
We can reassure everyone that this does appear to be a targeted incident, and that there will be an increased police presence in the community for the next foreseeable timeframe. We do have our forensic identification team on scene, as well as our firearms investigations team. And you'll also see K9 and then our search and rescue will do an evidence search as well throughout the day.
Absolutely shocking. I mean, it's such a quiet street. I mean, there's lots of kids too with the school being here. This is unbelievable. I cannot get over it. I mean, usually you see it on TV and you think, wow, it's too bad. But to be this close to home now, it's like right next door. It's horrible.
And police say that the shooting was targeted, but the motive, that is still being investigated.
It is 5:22. Feels like -7. Watch it live at 5, close to home.
And coming up, we're going to be joined by a member of Canada's under-18 women's world hockey team. They just won silver. Whitby's own Callie McTell is going to be here.
Let's go. Oh, and viewers have been sending in their photos from around town, and we want to share some of our favorites. I want to buy that house. We'll have more from Whitby coming up during a special edition of Live at 5, close to home. The IIHF Under-18 Women's World Championship finished up on Sunday in Cape Breton, with Canada taking on the Americans.
It wasn't meant to be for Canada as the team fell short in the gold medal game, losing 2-0 to the U.S. defensive player. Callie McTell, who grew up in Whitby and plays for the Whitby Wolves, was a first-time member of Team Canada. And she joins us live at Ability Center. Callie McTell from Team Canada. Callie, you're supposed to look at me.
She's watching, she's trying to say, oh, no, you got caught slouching.
Watching him celebrate.
You know he's American, right?
Really?
How does that make you feel?
Why would you bring that up?
I'm just trying to
we
say.
had a great
I'm kinda
interview
fired up right
2
now.
weeks ago.
She's fired up. She's sick to her stomach losing. And we just got to talk about it. We got to work it out. How's it
Yeah.
feel? How do you break down the game?
Honestly, I think like if we put them any other day, we definitely would have won.
You can't even make eye contact with Bakari anymore.
I-
I'm sorry, I kind of threw you under the bus.
No.
I'm thrown off now.
I was rooting for you the whole time. Listen, let's talk about your debut because this is big time. What was that like?
It was very nerve-wracking, but honestly, I'd say it was a dream come true. It was something I've dreamed of since I was a kid, and getting to experience that with some of my best friends and alongside the best coaches and teammates was amazing.
At what point in your hockey career, because it kind of just started, like, did you realize I'm pretty good at this? I could do something with this.
I always knew.
Okay,
It's in my
that's
heart.
self-belief. That's clutch.
Okay.
I played a lot of sports growing up, so I didn't actually like know. It was for me until like I was getting older and I had to like make a decision on like if I wanted to pursue hockey, lacrosse, or volleyball, and then I decided like it was my passion and my aspiration. I just wanted to keep moving forward with it.
It's important.
And let's talk about your time on the Whitby Wolves, preparation for this.
They prepared me so well. They're an amazing team. I've been playing there for 3 years now and going into my senior year. But no, they're amazing. They gave me many opportunities and a lot of learning points they've also given me.
And so, are you in the middle of the season at that now, or is it off season, or how's it
I'm in
work?
the middle of this season, so hopefully we're heading into playoffs in a few months.
Okay, so now you can get your revenge. You can get the competitive juices flowing again. You got the silver medal, though. Silver's pretty darn good. But now you got the playoffs here with the Whitby Wolves. I'm assuming you're one of the leaders here. How do you bring that experience in Cape Breton to the playoffs with the Whitby Wolves?
I think just bringing it with kind of like poise and calmness, like leading by a bit of example and just bringing the whole team together, I think will be really important for us.
All right, Callie, we have to wrap up, but before we go, you got to hold up your medal and give a shout out. Say thanks to whoever you want to say thanks to, but you got to be quick.
Thanks to my family and my friends, everyone who's supporting me on this journey, and you guys.
Shout out. Also, what's the future here? PWHL college, do you know? You got any offers yet?
So I'm going to Boston University.
Okay.
Next year.
You.
And then obviously I aspire to like be in PWHL and also like Olympics 2030.
You got
French
it.
Alps would be amazing.
French Alps are pretty good.
Canada.
Callie
Shout out
McTell,
Canada.
That would be
thanks a lot for
amazing.
stopping by. We really appreciate it.
Of course.
Go
Okay,
Canada.
do you want to take us a break?
Yeah, you want to read that?
Yeah.
There's the time.
Yeah.
There's a tap.
5:28 minus 2.
And then you can read the rest.
This is live at
This
home.
is live
at 5.
at Close to Home. We will have more from Ability Center coming up in minutes. Stay with us. Black Brave.
CP24 is on the road right now, live from Ability Center in Whitby for a special edition of Live at 5, Close to Home.
Well, the snowfall warning has ended for Toronto, but remains in place for Durham Region tonight.
And parents of a Hamilton boy with autism struck and killed by a city bus are calling on the province to improve school supports for special needs children.
And hundreds of people block University Avenue in front of the U.S. consulate to demand support for protesters in Iran.
This is Live at 5, Close to Home. Good evening. I'm Phil Perkins.
I'm Bakari Savage. Welcome to Live at 5, Close to Home. We're coming to you live from Ability Center in Whitby. It's part of a series of newscasts where we visit a community near you.
Now, inspired by the vision of the late Jim Flaherty and Christine Elliott, joining us here on my left here, Ability Center answered the need for programming and services for people with disabilities.
Their vision was to create a place where people of all ages and abilities could literally come together and realize their full potential and to change the social fabric of our communities. Ability Center opened its doors in June of 2012 and served more than 100,000 visitors each year.
All right, joining us live right now is Christine Elliott, co-founder of Ability Center, and Galen Flaherty, thanks for joining us, director of Ability Center, who wants to chat first. So, what an amazing facility. I've seen it from the outside when I'm going to Town Brewery to pick up, a couple cold brews. But this place it's essential. But then if you want to, get healthy again, this place is amazing. It's taking my breath away. But while the architecture is great, but the meaning behind it is even greater.
Well, absolutely, and that's what really inspired us in the beginning. Was we wanted to create a place where everyone was welcome, and I think you can feel that as soon as you walk in the doors. We wanted to create a place where you could see that regardless of your abilities, there's a place here for you. You can reach your full potential here, and it took 10 years to get it into the ground, but we're so glad it's here now.
So along with that, this is the only place around that's like this in the country for people to come. Is this going to be the paradigm for another location elsewhere?
That's absolutely the dream. And I would take it one step further. It's not only a one-of-a-kind place in Canada, it's one of a kind globally. It's a world-class architecture, fully accessible. Every little piece of this building was designed with inclusion in mind. And it's not just the building, it's the programs. It's all the programs, our employment skills programs, our Thrive programs with people with developmental disabilities after high school. Everything about this place is world-class, and we truly do hope that we can expand this model into other communities in Ontario.
And Christine, are there any success stories that you may have heard of? Run into somebody just coming in here, for work, or they're like, we're doing our job here. This facility is doing its job.
Absolutely. Every time I come in here, I hear wonderful stories, and I know too from the Thrive program, which is something that we really spent a lot of time on because a lot of young people with perhaps intellectual challenges, once they finish high school, it's like they fall off a cliff. There's nothing for them, no work, no social clubs. And so the Thrive program is really meant to stimulate that. In fact, some of the young people call it school because they have that in their lives. They're happy. Some of them may have had behavioral problems, but they diminish significantly with this program. The parents are happy, the young people are happy. So I think that that's one program that's absolutely essential here, and we hope that other communities can develop programs like this too. They don't need this building, they just need the ideas and the groups to come together.
And along those lines, we have to talk about the uniqueness of this. This is a community in and of itself right here. You have people of all abilities, able-bodied as well as those who are disabled. What does that mean to have both individuals come together?
It's really important because we wanted to have a place where everyone could come. We want to have this building in some ways mirror the kind of inclusion that we would like to see in society as a whole. And so that's what we thought about when coming up with these ideas. And many families have family members that may have some different abilities, but they want to come together to work out or to do some arts programs, music or art, whatever it is they want to do. You can do it all together here, and it keeps families together and keeps the community together.
What do people learn from this, from coming together with such differences?
I think it breaks down whatever invisible barriers that you thought existed in society. When you have our Thrive program athletes, or individuals with cognitive disabilities, working out in the same gym with individuals in our elite student athlete program, it just shows that it focuses on what brings us all in common, which is that we're celebrating each individual's abilities to the fullest extent that they have. And I think it's a beautiful thing that opens your eyes up even further to what we're capable of in our communities.
Again, Christine, thanks so much for everything you do. Yeah, again, the facility and the programs are top-notch, and let's see this expand to more. Thanks so much. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you. Pleasure to join you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, with that, it's now 5:36, holding at -2. Let's get a check on the commute with CP24's traffic specialist, Advocacy and Vaughan.
Well, Bakari, been watching quite a few issues because of the snowy road conditions as drivers try to make their way home this hour, but problems impeding that drive home if you're a traveler on the southbound lanes of the 410. Actually, this is the 404, not the 410. My camera switched, but we'll start here. So if you're on the southbound lanes of the 404, this is just at the end of the on-ramp from eastbound Steeles. They've had to block this ramp because it's snow-covered and the vehicles at the end of this ramp keep sliding and spinning out. So if you're trying to use that ramp, you can't. They've closed it down. They'll clean it, and then they will reopen. Another ramp where vehicles spun out happened on the Victoria Park on-ramp to the eastbound 401. That ramp is closed because of a collision involving a vehicle which also spun out. Rest of the 401 still wet and soggy and slow across the top of the city. Seeing a whole lot of snowplows make their way across to deal with these poor driving conditions. And the Gardner is pretty slick and slow as you head into and out of the downtown core. Very jammed as well. It is rush hour. It is to be expected. On city streets, a collision on Markham Road and McLevin. A reminder in Caledon, still have Highway 9 closed between Highway 50 and Tottenham Road. So just an area you're probably going to have to avoid. Going to send it over to Samantha TC at TTC, the TTC Control Center. Samantha, anything going on TTC that commuters should know about?
Thanks, Adjoa. So it is shaping up to be a really good commute this evening with no delays reported on any of our subway lines or on Line 6 Finch West. We are running shuttle buses on our Line 6 Finch West, though, between Humber College and Finch West stations to supplement train service throughout the evening. Now, looking at our surface routes, we did have 3 bus routes diverting around the intersection of Martin Grove and Albion because of a collision blocking the southbound lanes, but that has since cleared, so it's smooth sailing through that area now. Now, looking at service later tonight, we do have a planned subway closure on the portion of Line 1 starting at 11 p.m. between Finch and Eglinton stations for planned tunnel work. Shuttle buses will run for that closure with regular service resuming tomorrow at 6 a.m. And that's it for us. Back to you in the newsroom.
All right, that's Samantha TC with the TTC. Thanks so much. Well, the cleanup is underway right now, Bakari, after we got more snow.
Snowfall warnings from Environment Canada. They've ended for most of the GTA except Durham region, but there could still be blowing snow tonight because of strong winds. And lake effect snow squalls are expected outside the GTA tonight.
Lake effect snow is going to continue to play a part in this system. Right now, it's still getting itself together, but certainly as we get into the overnight hours and into the day on Thursday, with winds coming from the west off of Lake Huron and Georgian Bay, again, those traditional snowbelt areas are probably looking at locally heavier amounts. That activity could briefly get into the Toronto area on Thursday as well.
And for more on the snow, let's go live to CP24's Andrew Brennan, who has the youth of Toronto putting on a sport show for us on the Toboggan Hills.
Yeah. Actually, I wanted the youth, and by that I mean
So here's what happened.
And the mic is back. No helmet. Oh boy, that was a bit of a. Oh no. Oh boy. Oh boy.
There he is.
Hi. And the dog. The dog got him now.
Whose dog is that? That was funny.
I mean, Andrew's a very
I don't know.
lovable man.
Whose dog is that? Okay, they can hear me now. Thank you for letting me borrow that. That was
great. We can hear you now. We heard your screams.
Andrew, whose toboggan did you borrow?
These wonderful people here. Do you want to say hi while we're still on the TV? What's your name, my friend?
Arthur.
Arthur, really nice to meet you. Thank you for letting me borrow your sled. How do you enjoy the weather?
I think it's great.
I think it's been great too. Do you see how great? Like, I just think I have all snow all over it. Is there snow everywhere?
Yeah?
Yeah? Is that a good thing? Does it mean that we had fun today?
Yes.
So when people talk about the snow and it being so hard to get around the city and it being just cold and all this stuff, what about you? What do you think when you get a snow day or you get to go tobogganing? Do you like the snow?
Yeah.
I thought so. Well, can I get a fist bump? Boom. Thank you very much. And thank you to Dad for letting me borrow the adult-sized toboggan. Good job, team. Glory. Anyway,
that looks
so needless to say,
refreshing,
there's
Andrew.
a lot of...
You got your V-neck? Wow. You look great.
Not bad, Andrew. Not bad. Not bad at all. Okay, we're going to check back in with you. We got the scarf toss right there. Right now it's 5:41 -2. This is Live at 5, close to home, Whitby.
Coming up, we'll take a look at some of the other stories making headlines today, including a protest that shut down University Avenue today.
And we wanted to see Whitby through your eyes, the eyes of our viewers. You've been sending photos from all around town. We want to share some of our favorites, and we're going to have more from Whitby coming up during the special edition of Live at 5, close to home. Another rally in support of an anti-government uprising in Iran was held downtown today.
University Avenue was shut down by police south of Dundas as people gathered outside the U.S. consulate. Iranian State TV today issued the first official death toll from recent protests, saying more than 3,100 people were killed. Human rights activists.
We want to be their voice and tell the world that people in Iran want revolution, they want regime change. We don't want Islamic Republic at all. And we want all the people around the world, especially the politicians and all countries, support us.
I have lots of friends who are living back home, but we couldn't get in touch with them. No message, no internet, nothing. Like it's blackout in Iran, and they are genociding like the people.
They are so brave people of Iran. They are living in Iran, and it's my job here. Right now, police is protecting us. We are living in a safe and free country. Is that time for us to do our job here, behalf of our people, and we are their voice of people of Iran.
It's been more than 2 weeks that I couldn't talk to them, and this is the main problem because there is, as you know, there is an internet blackout going in Iran for more than 2 weeks. So we do not have any specific news about them. Just we follow the news and we see some short videos or something like that. We don't know actually what is going on with them because we cannot talk to them because of the internet blackout. The cell phones are down for most of the day.
Mideast nations have lobbied U.S. President Donald Trump not to attack Iran after he threatened to act in response to the killing of the demonstrators. Iran's foreign minister warned today that the Islamic Republic will fire back with everything it has, that if it does come under a renewed attack.
Well, just over a month after a Hamilton boy was hit and killed by a city bus, his parents are calling on the province to improve school support for special needs kids.
Now, on December 11th, 7-year-old Max Simao should have been in school, but he was only able to attend for a half day because his school was unable to provide an educational assistant for the entire day. Now, today, the boy's parents were joined by members of the Ontario Autism Coalition as well as NDP leader Marit Stiles to call on the government to take action to ensure that all students are accommodated.
Now, myself and Emily will never have the chance to hear his sweet voice maybe one day say, "I love you, Mom or Dad," or feel his hugs he gave to show his love. Our son right now should be learning and playing in school and being supported at school. If he had been, we believe he would still be here today. We cannot bring Max back, but we could speak his name and tell his story and demand that every child with disabilities are no longer excluded, sidelined, or sent home.
How are parents supposed to maintain employment when their children are not permitted to attend school full-time? And the stress around managing the advocacy involved with ensuring that your kids are in school and being supported safely is leading to high levels of caregiver burnout. If this were happening to non-disabled students regularly, there would be immediate public outrage. I want to make that clear. It would not be accepted, and it would not become normalized.
Why hasn't your government ensured students with special education needs can attend school full-time?
Well, actually, let me just go back to the Liberal government when they were in power, and it was in the first month that I was in office that the whole system had no money. They didn't have anything. They weren't investing. It was approximately about $200 million. We've increased funding to $700 million to families. It's going to be, as I always say, it's continuous improvement. But we're funding more than any government in the history of our province, and we're going to continue to fund it.
It is every child's right to go to school, and that includes children with special needs. Every family has a right to ensure that their kids are in school and that they're safe when they go to school. And what's happening in our schools right now is not happening because educational assistants and education workers and parents aren't doing as much as they possibly can. What is happening is that we are simply not spending enough money to pay those workers adequately, to ensure that we can recruit them, to ensure that we have the right ratio of support to kids.
All right, it's 5:49 -2. This is Live at 5, close to home, Whitby.
Well, viewers have been sending in their photos from around the Whitby area, and here are some of our favorites. Look at that. It feels warmer just looking at that, and now we're back to reality with the cold. You're watching a special edition of Live at 5, close to home.
Ability Center Eagles wheelchair basketball team offers its players the excitement of real competition in a fun and supportive setting. This inclusive program, it creates a space to grow skills, make friends, and enjoy the energy of wheelchair basketball. Joining us live on the court, head coaches for Eagles and Paralympian athlete Tamara Steves, as well as Eric Voss. So, Tamara, I was going to call you Tamara, but you corrected me. It's Tamara.
It is. Hello, how nice to meet you.
Hey, thanks a lot for joining us, Eric. You corrected me. You're not a Paralympian, but...
I've represented Team Canada at the World Juniors before, but I haven't made a Paralympics yet.
Okay,
Not yet,
so
soon.
We're talking about wheelchair basketball. We have to give a shout out to the Eagles. What do you want to say?
The Eagles are a great program here. We started them back in a while ago. I think they're great, and we're growing every year.
And so what is about programs like the Eagles, as we talk about this facility itself, the Ability Center, to give people the ability to participate in sport and feel welcome and on even ground?
That's the nice thing about wheelchair basketball and the Ability Center. It doesn't matter your ability. You can be an able-bodied athlete, disabled, like any age. I think we start age 6. We can all play together and have fun.
Yeah, and here's the thing about wheelchair basketball. I've done this before. It ain't easy.
It ain't. It takes a lot of practice, but I think you'll be all right.
Okay. And she laughs. Okay.
And she laughs.
Thanks a lot, Tamara.
I trust Bakari. I trust him that he'll be okay. What kind of growth have you seen, especially from the young kids who maybe have never touched a basketball before and they maybe felt like, sport wasn't for them because of, their abilities? What kind of growth have you seen, not just physically, but mentally, emotionally as well?
I think wheelchair basketball is a great place. It helps you come out of your shell, especially for younger kids that are like maybe new injuries. They just don't know where they fit now. But getting into sports, it really helps bridge that gap.
Okay, and so speaking of the sport, we got to talk about the basics. What do people need to know? Because we're about to go out and hit the court.
We are. So basically, you just try a chair that fits you perfectly kind of thing, but not all ranges. You kind of just want to find the feel for it, see how it fits you kind of thing. You don't want your hips to touch the side of the wheels as much as you can. Let's try to get the range of the motion of like pushing straight down instead of all the way out here kind of thing.
Okay, so you're going to be easy on me. I know you were laughing earlier.
Maybe. We'll see.
Watch out now.
Tough crowd, okay?
I'm taking the mic. I'm watching. We're all watching now. All of Toronto is watching Bakari. All of Whitby. He's buckling up, standing at 6 feet tall. I'm going to say 190 pounds, out of Birmingham, Alabama. Father of Tilly. It's Bakari Savage getting the lay of the land. He is getting strapped in, ready to go. He's got to take his jacket off. Luckily, he's not wearing gray. He's dropped his phone. He's got lions on the inside, lions on his heart as well. Bakari Savage getting ready to show everybody wheelchair basketball and how it is done. He says he's done it before. Let's see how it is. Okay.
So you want to lean forwards, get into a push. All right. We want to have our hands at the top of the wheels. We want to try and get our thumb on top of the tire. Other fingers wrapped around the rim if you can. And then every push, you're going to try and push all the way through. Use your body. All right.
Forward though, forward.
Well, he's trying to figure it out. Bakari's figuring. Okay, here Bakari goes, guys. He's wearing a dress shirt. He's wearing an earpiece, and he's looking good. Now, this is just getting the basics. Bakari Savage showing us that wheelchair basketball is for everybody here at the Ability Center in Whitby. Live at 5. Look at him trailing. Now we just need a basketball. We need a ball. I'm just going to grab the ball, this great color. Bakari, I'm going to look at this. Bang. Okay, now let's get the ball involved with Bakari here. Bakari, nice hand-eye coordination here. Okay, maybe not. Learning. Baby steps here. And we got 20 seconds left to go. Let's see Bakari try to go for a layup here. Bakari Savage, your Team CP24 Live at 5 Whitby edition at the Ability Center, and it's an air ball. But you know what? In an A for effort, here is Bakari Savage doing his thing.